And a match that is very important for the immediate future of both of these clubs. They're both having an up and down 2013 so far. A cup run that would be ideal for the collective moods of coaches, players and fans of either side. Decent crowd in here as well. We've got one end that's closed because of the new building work that's going on at New Craven Park. It's getting newer by the day. But those stands that are open will be full of hopes and dreams. Well, this is the way they're lining up today. Hulkingston Rovers, a key man returns. Travis Burns back from a 3-match absence endured because of injury and suspension. Michael Dobson at scrum half, linked with St Helens. Corey Patterson, an impact presence in the pack. And for St Helens today, well, they are missing, as we've heard, a couple of their stellar personalities. Johnny Lomax, fullback, and hooker James Roby, both badly missed as well. This is a team lineup that coach Nathan Brown has named. I think we might see one or two of those personnel swapping positions as the game goes on. And our referee today is Richard Silverwood. Clint Sharrod and Tony Martin will be the men on the touches. And as we said, Steve Ganson, congratulations to him on his new role at the RFL. Steve Ganson, he's now officially retired as a referee. The match official coach and technical director is his new and very posh title. It's the Teckleys Challenge Cup Rugby League, a 116-year history, and here we go again, back on our screens for another go-around. Wembley in August, but a long, hard road between there and here, and it's going to be a penalty straight away. The kick-off there, carried out of play. Richard Silverwood spotting that now, very cleverly done that, because it was 1 foot out of play. I think it was Wellens who had his foot out of play. Have a look here, in fact it's Lafranchi who had a foot out of play to deem that ball dead. So a penalty for St Helens. What a start.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which way the wind was going, but that's helped me a little bit. You know, big kick from the kick at the start of the game. Perfect conditions this afternoon. You know, the sun is shining, the pitch is in great conditions, and I think both these sides have been very inconsistent, but very poor start by both sides. Now a forward pass by St Helens, and then it'll be a scrum for Hull KR. But as I said, they just need a bit of consistency, Dave. You know, the defence haven't been great, haven't had a run of successes to build that confidence. But listening to both coaches and you know, the pundits at the start, it's that defence they need to shore up. They can score tries, but they need to defend a bit better.
Well, just to say, we raised an eyebrow too when we saw the team lineup. The fact that Stuart Howard was playing at 6 today, well, that's a position he certainly seems to have started the game. That first tackle there, Lance O'Hire was definitely the man at dummy half in hooker. So we'll see how that goes on as the afternoon wears on. Stuart Howard's on loan from Salford. He did play a time or two at scrum half last year for Salford, and these positions are very much interchangeable these days, aren't they? As Hulkingston Rovers look to make some early ground here, having been given possession back, having potentially costly given it away with the opening kick of the game. Across the line it goes. Here's Eden. Now he's an exciting player, Greg Eden. He's a man who can produce magic with ball in his hand, but he's equally capable of some rash mistakes as well. So his could be an interesting journey here today. Here comes the final tackle. 5 tackles gone, last one to come. Referee raising his arm in the air, so back to Dobson. Dobson puts it high. It's Makinson underneath it. It took a bit of a last-minute swirl in that famous East Yorkshire breeze, but it's been caught and it was offside anyway, so a penalty here for St Helens.
Well, Dobson wasn't afraid there, Dave, was he, to put the ball in the air and test the qualities of the fullback on the catch. He was just in front of the kicker, and a couple of early indications there that these two teams are prepared to get into each other.
Yeah, I think what they've got to do as well, Dave, as we said, is just do the basics right. First 20 minutes, you know, no forward passes, no kicks out in the full, and then it's, you know, great field position for LKH, but then they go offside in front of the kicker. So, you know, that's what the coach will instill in them, is just to make it basic and simple and take their opportunities.
There's O'Hire. This is Wilkin. Now shuffling it on again, short, easy passes, and then a big urge and a surge from Sia Soliola. Craig Sendicott, the Hulkingston Rovers coach, the man there looking on. There's O'Hire again. It's Makinson. Howarth now to this right-hand side, and Jordan Turner, once at the club just down the road from here. Harley only signed for St Helens The off-season, Makinson again with a little chip towards that space, looking for ground here. It's been swept up well by Greg Eden, who can punish a team with a return, but not this time. Wellens in there, and with a little help, he's able to push him back to the 12-metre mark. So plenty of work for Hockingston Rovers to do here.
2. Move! Back! Go, 2.
Hodgson. Very much in form again this season, David Hodgson, 31 years of age, but 10 tries already in a career in which he's scored an absolute bagful.
4. Move! Well, Louis, keep it quick in the rut, Louis, go.
Dobson again, the go-to man with a kick. He's taken late there, I think. He was behind the 40, and I tell you, that's very close to a 40-20. Had it not been for the fact that the penalty was given for the late hit on Dobson, they know the man they have to leave the mark on.
Shoulder charge, mate.
Well, John Wilkin didn't miss, did he? I think there it is, Wilkin.
You can't just go in on the shoulder.
He didn't pull out, John Wilkin. Is on about, yeah, you should put a lot of pressure on the kick there, but...
Well, late or not, it's illegal. It's a shoulder charge.
It's a shoulder charge. I was just about to make that point there. That it's illegal now in the game of rugby league, and he's used his shoulder, so I reckon the referee will put this on report. Slightly late. Was it malicious? I don't think so.
It was late and illegal, I feel.
Did you see where the contact was made?
No, I didn't.
No?
Because I turned.
Okay. We've got a late tackle shoulder. Okay, I'm not convinced where the contact's been made. It's going on report, okay?
Well, the referee said he's putting on that report. I'm not sure you're hearing that back at home. We can hear him loud and clear, but he's saying he's putting that on report because he's not sure what he hit, but it was definitely a shoulder charge. So even if he got there on time, it would have been a penalty.
They've got the penalty, haven't they?
Come on, guys.
So Hockingston Rovers with an excellent position here to have a go. This real drive forward by Nicky Peer, and what a drive as well. 3 defenders eventually putting him down, but Josh Hodgson, that line you see is the try line. Hodgson to Dobson. Here's Walker.
2. Move!
Hodgson again, just standing Dobson to his right-hand side. Here is Dobson now trying to take it on. They've got a St Helens hand there, so it'll be another 6. Or as it's picked up by St Helens, it will be Hockingston Rovers head and feet at the scrum here.
Knock down.
It's good shape from Hull KR initially, but a great carry from Peer was in at the start. Great meters after contact. Then Dobson's looking either side of the ruck.
Tackle's complete on the floor.
I can't say, was it Pullatua just got his hand on the ball there to stop the play? Yeah, it's Tony Pullatua sticks his arm out here, and we see the knock on, which leads to an attacking scrum.
Yeah, they did create the overlap there. The extra man was on the outside. Pullatua did well to get his hand to it.
Here's Dobson, quickly moved to this left-hand side, and Chris Wellham.
1.
St Helens defenders across there in numbers.
Boys, wait. Go. 1.
Here's Hodgson, Dobson. So back-to-back sets for Hockingston Rovers to really test the early resolve
2.
of this St Helens defence. Here's Josh Hodgson, Dobson, trying to marshal things on this left-hand side, and Corey Patterson, who's really made an impact since his arrival
on the line
at Hockingston Rovers this season, held up just. St Helens defence being tested to the very limit here.
On the line, held up.
He runs hard, doesn't he, Patterson? Very, he takes the ball to the line.
And the good thing to add upon that, Jonathan, is he's got great skills to go with it, so there might just be a passive play on the back of that run hard. Here's
Dobson. Oh, it's a good little step away by Eden, who almost got himself some space.
Well, he's called a penalty here, Dave, for a high shot. I'm not so sure, but interesting to see that one again. I think he's trying to ball and all him and smother him. Let's have a look.
I think that's a good tackle.
Yeah,
it is. Technically, it's a high tackle, but he had to drop the ball. He did well to come in there, Francis Manley, because Ohio had just missed that tackle. He had to do it a ball and all tackle.
Well, if Saints get away without conceding here, they'll be patting themselves on the back, because this is, I think, a third now consecutive tackle to have a go at this line for Hockingston Rovers. Here's Dobson again, a big ball out to this left-hand side where David Hodgson's standing and waiting, but just enough time in the flight for the St Helens defenders to get across there and make the tackle. Here's Wellham, back to Dobson again. Left-footed, tries the kick, it hits St Helens player, is knocked back by Tony Pullatua, and St Helens have it back again. Well, what about the decision-making there from Michael Dobson?
Yes, first of all, it's been good defence, good scramble defence. They've looked to create space on the outside channels. But something that Nathan Brown said before the game, their tackle count in a previous game was 15-7 against. You know, they can't have that again today, and the discipline isn't good so far.
Here's Turner.
Move!
I thought Saints threw down an early marker there after their goal line D, Dave. I thought they were great because there were certainly a lot of questions thrown at them.
Race back. Go.
Well, Hyatt, this is a 6, so they're going to get rid of it as quickly as they can. It's shuffled out wide to Turner to get the kick. He's found good space. An awkward bounce makes it a little more time-consuming for Greg Eden to pick up and run back at a line, which has a few more steps to make. To make sure that Hulkingston Rovers have to start here, just about 30 metres from their own line. It's to and fro.
I think both sides are very condensed in their offensive lineup. You know, it's easy to defend then because they're not using the width of the field, so there are far less gaps. They've got to keep the width with the wingers, you know, hugging the touchline. Makes it difficult to defend.
It's a sluggish get up from Lockwood. He might have hurt himself there, but he's going to carry on for the time being. As are Hulkingston Rovers, back inside their opponent's half. Once again in these opening stages. Dobson again. Cross it goes to Wellham. Into the welcoming arms of Adi Gardner, returning today. That's the 5th. Here comes the last. So the left foot of Dobson is called into duty again. Makinson's underneath it, but it swirls. It's a good chase by Burns, but a terrific take by Makinson, and he's just about kept in the field of play.
I think 2 great takes by Makinson. It's a very difficult, you know, it doesn't look very windy, but once the ball gets above the tree line behind the LKR try line, it's very difficult to take that ball.
It's a great catch from Makinson, as you say, it's swirling, and a great kick chase from Salter as well. Nearly got him in goal.
It was interesting, it was about 2 tackles before the majority of the St Helens players had got back beyond the play of the ball. A very slow return to their positions, trying to conserve a little energy, because I'm sure they'll have lost a lot of petrol from the tank so far in these early stages. That was a 5th. Here comes the last. Howarth again will kick it from wide. It's dealt with by Patterson. Still got the kick away. Here's Eden. Caught it on the full. It's his kind of a day today, isn't it, Greg Eden? Sunshine.
It's a fair point. He likes a running game, and Saints may adjust their kicking game to give him a few standing starts so he doesn't have the ability to run at the team. But I think we're early indications that the Saints are prepared to probe in and around the ruck with John Wilkin and Lance O'Hire and Stuart Howarth at first receiver, testing the inside defence in and around the ruck of the Hull KR. And Hull KR put a little bit more width here. We see width here to Dobson to test the fringes with people like Patterson, as we see there.
Well, Dobson's appearing here. He felt he was taken illegally by Lafranchi. It's Lafranchi who's hobbling away. Meantime, Josh Hodgson jogging a little further. Here's Travis Burns with a kick. Nelly's across there to sweep it up. Now can he get out and back in the field of play? He can't, but the pass will find a teammate, and St Helens have worked their way to safety again.
That is brilliant play. Still under pressure. They get up outside the in-goal area.
Nelly with the offload. Nelly gone forward.
All the good work is undone by Francis Nelly.
Rocks and diamonds. Diamonds in the first play to get out in the first, and then the pass maybe was 1 pass too many at your own end of the field. Look at this. He nearly got out here. I think he could have backed himself, but he finds Makinson again, is it? And he gets out in a brilliant play. Well worth watching. Fabulous rugby league, and unfortunately the pass play on the next play.
Here's the time they put in a lot of pressure on Dobson. Look, just a lot of pressure on him. That's what they need to do. They know he is the key man, you know, offensively, the ball player, but also, you know, the kicker.
Just having a look at that again, the Lafranchi challenge, just to remind you that the shoulder charge is not legal these days.
I don't think that was a shoulder. I think clumsy, really, if it was more chest.
Here's Hodgson. It's Mickey Pear who's driving in again. They seem to have spent an awful lot of time here, Hulkingston Rovers, without reward so far. 12 minutes played, still 0-0. But they have a penalty here, which they want to take quickly. Pear is not going to be allowed to do that. The referee says, only on my whistle, Mickey. Come back and take it again.
Yeah.
Been a handful so far, hasn't he, Pear?
Yes. But, you know, with all this pressure, you'd expect them to come away with some points.
Travis Burns across to Eden, who steps away from the attempted tackle and looks as though he might be creating space here. Wants it himself and won't quite get there because he's going to be held up.
Well, if they didn't have a game plan of attacking Ahoya, they have to, because he has now rushed up to the line on 2 occasions and they've skipped around him easily. It's a lot of work, you know, for Francis Melly.
So here we go again. Hulkingston Rovers having set up camp. And St Helens defending has been absolutely superb so far, but for how long can they hang on? Because they really are being tested here. It's Walker again, held up by 3. Collapses to the floor within sight of the try line. Hodgson to Dobson. Dobson across it goes to Burns with a short pass. It's Lovegrove who's spun around and just about put down. St Helens still hanging on. Now they have numbers wide, but they've gone back for Eden. His kick is terrific. Really clever kick, and Craig Hall will score it. The referee, though, is not sure.
You have to look at that.
The referee's not sure. We're going to have a look at this. So for the first time now, we're going to hear from the video referee, Steve Ganson. Offside, onside is what we're looking for. Steve Ganson, it's over to you.
Yeah, we're looking at the kick from Eden. I need a freeze on the kick from Eden. Okay, freezing on the kick. Okay. Yeah, let's run it through now. Let's run it straight through. Yeah, he's onside. Through to the grounding, please. Yeah, clearly onside, that's it.
So here's the decision from Steve Ganson. The try is given. We heard the reasons why. Onside when the kick was dribbled to the in-goal area, and Craig Hall has the opening score of the game.
Well, I have to say, our instincts up here was that he was offside. But I think Craig Hall does exceptionally well. He just stands there, he stops, and then waits for the kick to be taken, and then, you know, just sprints onto it.
Well, it was great instinct, though, wasn't it, from Greg Eden?
Well, it was a pinpoint kick in the end, Dave. We're going to see a goal kick now with a degree of accuracy, but the kick before to score the try was just the same.
So here comes Dobson with a chance to turn the 4 into 6. Dobson has kicked plenty of those in his career. Over it goes, another 2. Hulkingston Rovers leading here by 6 points to 0. The try scorer, Craig Hall.
Just watch, as the ball comes back inside, it would be so easy for Craig Hall to overrun there, but he actually just stops, and the timing of the run is absolutely superb. It's so easy to overrun those things, so he just stopped, stood still, and then accelerated off the mark.
He got the good leg break to go with it as well on the catch.
So it's taken them 14 minutes, and how important is that score for Hulkingston Rovers, given the amount of time they've had at that end of the field?
Well, it's very important because they've had all the pressure, they've had all the attack, and it was important. They have been asking questions, and the quality of the Saints' defence has held out. You have to say, they'll be really pleased that they've cracked open that defence now, and will be looking again to show their wares.
Let's hear from Robbie Hunter-Paul, who's down on the sideline. Robbie, what are you saying?
Well, I've got to admit it's pretty hectic down here on the sideline, and I did hear you before mentioning how the St Helens players were giving Michael Dobson some special attention, and they're going to need to, because even off camera, when he hasn't got the ball in his hand, he is organising absolutely everything for Holcar. He's an absolute maestro at the moment, and he's the main reason why they're coming up with the pressure, and St Helens having to do so much defence.
Speculation that he might be on his way to St Helens, and I underline the word speculation. Nobody's confirming anything at the moment. Here is Dobson again on that left foot, and again he's found a bit of green space to plant the ball, and so Makinson has to watch it bobble over his head. And again, that just gives them a few extra seconds to get up there, that defensive line, and make the tackle a good one.
I've been impressed with the start from Hulkingston Rovers.
Look at that possession, by the way.
Yeah, and that's on the back of a couple of errors and a couple of penalties from Saints, which their coach spoke about before the game. Keep it simple. Jiffy says he's quite right. But I've been impressed with Nicky Peer, the way he's carried the ball.
I think the one thing that Hull KR need to look at is that Makinson really defends shallow the first couple of tackles, and with the wind behind them, you know, there's a 40-20 off early in the tackle.
It's given away, and Williams with the interception. Well, you could see that, couldn't you? McCarthy Sproutsbrook offering the ball up. It was an accident waiting to happen, and St Helens are back under pressure again here. Here's Mickey Peer once more. Sorry, Jonathan, I got you to your prime.
They're just not going forward with St Helens, are they? They're just shoveling the ball on. There's no yardage being made.
Here's Dobson, left it goes to Well, and quick hands from him, and Hodgson with clumsy hands, as it turned out.
That's a bomb try, and let me tell you something about Challenge Cup games. You have to take every opportunity that you're given, and that was a try. That was a catch and pass from Welland to Hodgson, and he's in at the corner. Watch. He has to gather that, David Hodgson, and get diving at the corner. As much scramble defence is coming on, he would have scored that had he taken the ball in.
Meantime, Chris Williams in a bad way here. It was one of those moments where he knew he was going to get clattered.
Yeah, that's centre play, isn't it? You know, the Saints defence have to hit on suspicion. If they don't, he gets away with a carry as well. Let's hope he's okay.
Well, it has been an incredible start in terms of the amount of pressure that Hulkingston Rovers have had, isn't it?
Well, I can only reinforce, Dave, that Saints are contributing to that. Jiffy saw in the last set that they're not going forward first. The pass play is brilliant. They're such a wonderful team to watch, but there are some fundamentals that you have to get right first.
With the possession, they just need to put their hands up now. The St Helens forwards, complete the set and get a good kick in. This is the tackle. Again, it's very difficult. That is a shoulder tackle. I thought it was, my instincts thought he's not going to be on the floor for nothing. He comes in. You have to, as a winger, when you come in, you have to make sure the ball doesn't get out of that player's hands, okay? But now with, the shoulder tackle being banned, it's a very difficult skill for those wingers to do.
Are we in a grey area here? Because, Aidy Gardner's not the kind of player who does that kind of thing for fun, is it? Is it a simple case of the ball's gone, there's going to be a collision here, I'm going to protect myself, the defender thinking, I'm going to protect myself as best I can, I'll turn my shoulder and head away. That's what results in the challenge. Is he an innocent in all of this? Have we found a grey area in the shoulder charge law or no law?
No, I don't think we're finding the grey area. There's nothing stopping. It's the timing, as Jiffy says. Once you're defeated on the fringe, if one of your inside defenders makes a poor read, as he's caught up by one of the lead runners from Hull KR, your outside two people have to make a decision to come in together or to whether to peel off and defend that in what they can see. And once you make that decision to come in, you've got to get there. You've got to get there quickly, and you've got to wrap up ball and all.
And then this will go on report again, I feel, because it is a difficult skill for the winger. Let's listen to what she says.
Like the one earlier, okay, we've got a shoulder charge. Unsure where the contact's been made. Penalty's going against you. Some report as well. Okay.
Penalty again. You're right there. I think it's difficult. As a winger, that is a great skill. But if you're rushing in, you have to stop the ball going out. And sometimes it happens so quickly you can't get your hands up.
Well, the end result is another penalty for Hulkingston Rovers and another set of six. Oh, it's a great offload. Here's Hodgson looking out wide. Some good defending from St Helens again there.
Peyer was in there. If he pops the ball to Peyer, he was under the sticks.
Or little ball by Roddick. Back edges. And this time Mickey Peyer has found a way through. St Helens undone. Really clever, cute little ball from Dummy Ha. And Hulkingston Rovers get their second try. And you have to say, thoroughly deserved for all the pressure they put on this St Helens line so far. 10-0 they lead now.
Pressure's been good, but once again, rather than a scrum for St Helens defensively, it's an attacking penalty for Hull KR, and they pay the price again. 6 points.
Mickey Peyer, the man of the moment, and as the boys have been saying, what a terrific start he's had, the Tongan international. Terrific start, and here's the culmination.
Great goal line play from Hodgson, the 9. Lies to go outside to Travis Burns, halfback. Knows he's got Peyer on the inside. Turns it back inside with a clever ball, and he's the right shape, the right size to get low and just go kaboom over the line.
That's a nigh on impossible tackle for Josh Jones to make there.
There's Michael Dobson with a very kickable conversion attempt, having landed one already. This to double the Hulkingston Rovers lead from 6-0 just a short while ago to 12-0 right now. Hulkingston Rovers in control of this match just at the moment. St Helens have got a long road back.
Yeah.
Well, here we see it in slow motion. George Hodgson with the lie, a bit of deception, and look at the shape, and he's down, and he scored that try before Jones can get anywhere near. The only chance you've got there is to try and get your body underneath the ball so they can't get it down.
So Hockinson Rovers leading here by 12 points to 0. And absolutely dominating this game at the moment. 77% possession, 79% territory so far. St Helens just need a set of 6 in their opponent's half, don't they? Just to settle things down if they can.
Yeah. But again, 4 penalties and 4 errors. So, you've got 20 minutes gone and they've made 8 errors.
So Hockinson Rovers rolling forward again. We can hear from Tanya Arnold, I think, who's got some news on the touchline. Tanya, what are you saying?
Yeah, Chris Wellham, his head is clear, which is the good news. The phrase the physios uses, he's had the stuffing knocked out of him. They're giving him a couple of minutes to see if he clears out.
Cheers for that, Tanya. We'll keep an eye on that. Head and feet for St Helens, and how big a relief is this particular moment for them?
Well, Alex Worms has been introduced to the fray. He's a big guy that's come from the Championship, playing at Batley, I think he was, at Dewsbury Line, and he's been making great yards this year, great impact in the game, and his shoulder there that forced the area with the Hull Cowboy, and they just need to consolidate here. Saints are used to this. They don't like it and they don't want it, but they're the type of team that can take this kind of ammunition and come back themselves.
So Harris, the man who feeds it, it's out to this right-hand side, and Jordan Turner, who's managed to make it to the 30-metre mark, but a set of 6 inside the Hockinson Rovers half is plain relief for St Helens here. It's Soliola trying to get the arms free because he wanted to get the offload. He's managing to juggle himself backwards at the same time, so gaining just a few more yards. So higher from dummy half. Howarth lays it short to McCarthy Scarsbrook. The London boy, born in Bow, proper Cockney he is. Here's O'Hire down this right-hand side. It's Soliola who's going to try and test them out and then get a good flip away. A little duck and a dart by Lance O'Hire, the New Zealander, and a penalty. The referee saying, well, have a look at the advantage here. Non-given, non-taken, high tackle, penalty for St Helens.
Yeah, again, not malicious, but consistency, that's what the players want of the officials.
So a chance for them to ask a few questions of this Hockinson Rovers defence. Here's Soliola.
So he's been busy the last minute.
You're never short of points watching Hockinson Rovers. They do score an awful lot, but they do concede an awful lot as well. 12 Super League games this season. 6 of them they've conceded over 30 points, but not just at this moment. Some clumsy handling, and Greg Eden's off already, looking for a little bit of space on that right-hand side. Hall brings it back down to the middle. This is a bit more. Oh, it's been dropped by Hockinson Rovers now, and the referee says no advantage. Now this again is a new rule this year.
First offence.
The original knock-on was by St Helens, so that next play is an entire advantage rule until the ball stops, and if no advantage has been taken, just there's the knock-on, then it becomes back to that original.
In essence, it's a free play. Yeah. What you can do is chance your arm, test your arm, kick the ball if you wish, and for our viewers that are new to this rule, new to us this year, then it's a very exciting concept that we've brought in.
You can turn them the Harlem Globetrotters if you want.
Why would you want to? So Hockinson Rovers looking to escape from that temporary imprisonment inside their own half, looking to bring it back towards St Helens territory again, and Saints having coughed it up, hoping to reduce that yardage to a minimum. Kick away by Dobson. It was behind the 40 by a distance. It's going to bounce towards the goal line. It's a terrific kick, which Makerson feels, looks around and sees a wall of reddies up there, and here we go again. Possession and position back where it's been for much of the half so far.
They need to complete the set now, get the forwards. High shot. Good kick, good field position. You know, a silly tackle.
George Griffin, the man responsible. John Wilkin on his left foot will find touch.
I can see just below me Dobson is limping a little bit. That'll be a worry for the Hull KR management.
You'd be crackers to count this Saints team out at the moment.
Oh,
They've got 5 and 6 tries in them themselves, and here we are. They're just testing around a little bit. Great offload.
That's Wormsley again, isn't it? Really did well then to run it in and offload it away. And here's still what a pass! Here's Gardner! Gardner with some space on that right-hand side, which closed quickly. What a pass from Jordan Turner to give him the opportunity.
Good pace by Greg Eden as well to get across.
Spun away. Wilkin, dummies, inside. Shrugs off one. Now Soliola, attracting defenders. Lovegrove the first there, Dobson's there too. Still a couple of tackles left to go. 3 tackles left to go in this set. So St Helens in good position. Wellens gets it away very quickly. Lafranchi spins it away. Wellens involved again here, pushing away. Lafranchi's there too. It's a little 1-2 between the pair of them. Out it goes to that left-hand flank. Melly has to stand and hold his ground. He gets a pass back on the inside. Thrilling stuff from St Helens. Walmsley almost finds a gap, just had his calves held onto. Strides another yard or two, and then it's held up. But look how close. It's a ball inside from O'Hire. Back it comes to O'Hire again. Wilkin to his right. This is Soliola. This is Wilkin now. Numbers out wide. Howard, quick, and now Gardner. Gardner in the corner. What a try. What an absolutely fabulous try that was, if it is given. Because Richard Silverwood is having a look at an obstruction here. So once again, let's hear from our video referee, Steve Ganson, whether this is a try or no. Steve Ganson.
Need to find an obstruction. I think we're relating back to centre field in the passing movement, please. Need to go from the last play the ball. Run it through. Okay. All right there, there's nothing at the moment. It's Walmsley. Let's just have a look if there's any effect on the defenders by number 25, Alex Walmsley.
He also can't disappear as well, Travis. He can't play the ball.
We need to go back to that play the ball. That's what I'm looking at. As the ball's played, he goes forward. Okay, he's just standing his ground at that stage. Stands his ground. Okay. He's in front of the ball. Let's see what happens to the defenders. Right, let's go back to that. Okay, as the ball's played, okay, he steps forward, the player goes behind. Okay, Hodgson is the player involved, he's there on the tackle. Yeah, the ball's played out, he's plenty of time to readjust. Yeah, let's run it right through to the grounding, please. Several passes, there's still numbers in the tackle available.
So I think we know what Steve Ganson's decision might be here. Having a look at that grounding, try or no, which button does he press in the end? It is a try, confirmed, no obstruction. And I think the guys up here, you agree with that every moment of the way, don't you?
I think it was right to ask the question, though, because there are a few Hull car players that would have ostensibly looked as if they were being impeded. However, they were allowed to redress that and get back into the defensive line, so it didn't actually affect the passage of play that St Helens came up with.
I think, as I mentioned earlier, they actually kept the width in their attack, St Helens, and there was numbers on the left or right side for St Helens, but they eventually worked it out to the right hand side, and really a very easy finish for Eddie Gardner. And as Brian said, you know, a little bit of possession, they can score tries.
So we're making some of the responsibility of this conversion. Look how well he's hit that. Turns away at the last moment because he knew it was going over. So it is only a 6-point ball game now. 12 for Hockingston Rovers, 6 for St Helens.
And that is a great kick. Here's the finish, the run around. Soliali just with, there's nothing really, there's only one simple run around. They haven't numbered off out wide. That's a very, very simple finish. But I have to say, that was a great conversion, because it gets important in cup games. They've kicked 2 conversions from their tries. You know, they're back in it.
So the first restart for Craig Hall since he leathered one straight out of play. First kick of the game. He'll be hoping he's got his range back a little this time. Here it comes. Certainly seems to have. Has he? Yes, he has. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Knocked on by Eddie Gardner in that end goal area. Oh, the referee says it came off his leg. No knock on.
Bit of luck there, because no communication in the in goal for St Helens.
Well, 2 restarts for Hockingston Rovers. They've both been memorable. Surely got a hand on that, didn't he?
I think clean bowled him in his belly, Dave. I think it was.
I don't think he expected that, so he didn't have time to get his hands there, Dave.
Oh, here's O'Hara doing ever so well from dummy half and bouncing away from Eden's would-be challenge. Ball back on the inside for Wellens. So O'Hara again.
And again, I think St Helens had numbers out wide. If they just got to run flatter,
Frank it.
to play on.
Off the foot, off the foot. Here's Wilkin. This is Howarth. Turner onto Gardner. Gardner puts a kick over the top. Fancies a run here. Hodgson got in his way. Eden should have this covered, but Soliola's in hot pursuit here, so Eden's got a job on to get out of the in-goal area. Can't do so. And how quickly the dynamics of a game might switch.
Great kick from Gardner. Great end to a nice passage of play from one side of the field after testing him in and around the middle. Saints move the ball to the fringes. Gardner puts in a pinpoint kick, but it's only as good as the chase from Soliola and then catching up Gardner as well and Turner.
Tanya Arnold, what news?
Yeah, Chris Wellham, who came off, went into the dressing room. They've given him an injection in his shoulder and they're going to see how he goes. Michael Dobson had rolled his ankle, but they're quite confident he'll be okay.
Let's go, boys.
You'd normally expect Dobson to take the drop out here, would you?
I do think he's...
It's going to be Craig Hall who's going to take it instead for Hulkingston Rovers. Here it comes.
He is trying to run it off Dobson.
Eventually collected by Paul Clough for St Helens and running it back inside that Hulkingston Rovers half.
Always surprised that they just, this great game, this rugby league, they just get into each other.
O'Hara again. Here's Wormsley. You can tell he's a big lad because his shirt never fits. He always has to pull it down every time he gets up from a tackle. O'Hara again, who's having a lively game in that position, isn't he?
He's made the difference in the last 10 minutes. He's probing in and around the ruck. He's using his leg speed. He's seeing opportunities.
Here's Wellens, a little bit of a corridor in which to run, but it closes quickly as Hulkingston Rovers defenders hang on here. Here comes the last tackle in this set. Oh, it's a poor pass from Wilkin. Just bouncing underneath the feet of Josh Jones. St Helens keeping alive, making some because it is the last. We'll put it high. Dobson's underneath it, caught though. Not by Dobson.
Well, they blew that try opportunity. They again created the numbers by the width on the left-hand side and a poor pass.
It was Griffin who put his arms out in the end to collect it.
Hold your line, wait for the goal. Go, 2.
So off we go again. St Helens defending in here tight to make sure Hulkingston Rovers can't get round the edges. We're talking about ex-Barclay players doing well in this game. Alex Wormsley, well, here's a 40-20 attempt. It's not going to bounce out of play. It's going to be collected by Francis Melly in his own in-goal area.
But they've gone early on the 40-20 kick. It's just that, you know, the kicks haven't been good enough. You know, the decision to do it, to go to the kick, is the right one. The ball will bounce, you know, very, very far, but they just haven't been executed properly.
There's another penalty here for St Helens.
And it's helped St Helens. I think the last 4 penalties have gone the way of the Saints, and that's put them into a bit of decent field position, and we've seen the pressure from them. Yeah, that slipped up from Hodgson around the chin. I agree with Jiffy about the quality of the 40-20 not making it, but that's still a good kick as to where it bounced, and he was still, if they'd have defended, top-loaded their energy defensively there, Hulkiara were in the better position.
There's O'Hara at dummy half again, looking to marshal things if he can, trying to bring on Makerson maybe, who's just sneaked in there, but Wormsley comes flying in.
He's helped as well. He has just had one thing on his mind: give me the ball. He's taking it up the middle.
Let's pull a 2 up.
Saints will be pleased that Puller 2 is back in their outfit. He makes such a difference when is he fully fit will be one of the questions that will be asked. But
good drive again by Wormsley, who's carried it by a few strides inside Hulkingston Rovers territory. Howarth. Eden's across there, but St Helens defenders are there in adequate numbers, you would have thought, but Eden's having a look for a long route as an escape, bouncing off the shoulder of Wellens, but finding 2 more willing defenders. There's a danger here of him being carted back into that in-goal area, but he has found the ground.
Dobson is definitely struggling at the moment. He needs half-time to come. He's not bossing, he's not communicating, he's not getting into position. He didn't take the last 40-20 kick.
Well, this is 3 tackles inside their own 10 metres here for Hulkiara. It is amazing, isn't it, how that dynamic changes so quickly, that St Helens was so much under the cosh. Kingston Rovers in the early stages. Maybe looking to create something again here with a terrific break down that right-hand side. It's Flopson who's up there, puts the kick in, forward pass.
Great position. That's one thing I think that's a good call. Because just watch where he is. No one can question the referee's call there, because he is in the best position of everyone in the ground. Should the ball gone outside here? Maybe. There we are, look, but look, I'm going to leave it run. Look where the referee is. He is right there.
There's a few thousand on the far side who didn't agree, but I think you called it right and he called it right.
Well, we give our whistleblowers a hard time sometimes, don't we? But you've got to take your hat off there. That was the right decision.
It's a strange old game, isn't it? 12 points to Kingston Rovers, 6 for St Helens, but so many opportunities both sides.
Both teams have got a decent bit of counter-punching, haven't they? They're under the caution, taking shots on the road, all of a sudden to the end of the field.
Back on, out.
There's Melly. He's got a winger's number on his back, but he's got a front rower's body inside the shirt. St Helens inching their way forward again here. Clough will play. High off from dummy half, and he saw there was a little bit of a daylight streaming through the two defenders, but he couldn't quite burst his way through. Here's Soliola, head jarred back with a challenge from Patterson.
Good tackle. That's a good contest between those two.
Turner. Footwork by him, but three of them dragging on his back to haul him down. That was a fib. Here comes the last. Ohio stands and waits 15 metres out, onto Wilkin, left-footed, right-footed this time, tries a little jab kick to the in-goal area, doesn't find what he wants it to do, and it's Travis Burns who runs it away and makes it to the 10-metre mark again, and Kingston Rovers with hard labour once again.
There's the tackle, good hit.
It's a good atmosphere, terrific atmosphere. Hodgson at dummy half, the winger, takes a little bit of the load off his forwards' backs with a dash by himself.
Whenever you come to Hello, whether it's KR or FC, it's a great atmosphere. The fans get really behind their side.
Keir Carlisle who's on for the interchange bench. That's a good pass from Travis Burns. Here comes the break by Hall, whose head was nearly taken off by Francis Melly. He's in trouble here. Francis Melly's in trouble, but I tell you, not as much as that fella.
I think they've blown another tackle, another try. They've created two opportunities now on the outside channel, and they have blown them. They should have scored 12 points by now. I think they're slightly animated. He's up as well. He's hurt his hand.
Shot. I'm not surprised he's hurt his hand. Look how hard he hit his head. Oh.
Right. Red or yellow?
Oh. Well, it's a sickening shot, looking how loose that head was. He's got to go for that, hasn't he? He's got to go for that, surely.
I think he has. This is a big, big decision in the context of this match. Sometimes the winger's got to stand off or go in and make the attacker make a decision what to do. But he's got, I think,
Richard
that's for me.
Silverwood
Yes.
with a red card out of the pocket, and Francis Melly, and you rather suspect that from the moment he made contact, he knew his Challenge Cup tie was over. The fact that his arm is so badly hurt tells you how hard he's hit Craig Hall around the head. Well, that's a horrific sight, isn't it? I don't think anyone's going to have any arguments with that red card.
Yeah, I don't think he missed.
So St Helens down to 12 men for the rest of this game. 47 minutes of it left to play. Kingston Rovers leading as they do by 12 points to 6, and a chance to turn up the heat again here on their opponent's line.
They'll have to shore up the left-hand side now, because that's where Halkea have attacked them, and Francis Melly has done a lot of defensive work.
Taken in by James Green. Relatively fresh pair of legs on from the bench. Carlisle. Travis Burns to Dobson. Dobson across this line. A little scoop pass by Greg Eden, who might have been put off by the advancing defenders.
Well, surely they've got to try and look and attack the other wing now when they're a man short. Why come this side?
Here's Josh Hodgson.
Oh, it's just an extra tackle for all these Saints people in the middle now, and they're going to have real big help from the back rowers, and they'll even out the defence 5 and 5 and work harder and harder to try and stop what Hull KR will throw at them.
Dobson. Burns. This is space. Salter with a pass away. And Craig Hall, who just a few moments ago didn't know what day of the week it was, is scoring a try that eases his side into a bigger lead here. Second of the day for Craig Hall. 16 points to 6. And Hull Kingston Rovers making their advantage count.
Well, Aid Gardner and Jordan Turner are working well together. Unfortunately, on the other side, just watch. Francis Melly's gone out, but just watch. There he is. Ohio has gone up. He has left Wellens all on his own. Just watch him again. Lance Ohio will rush up. You've either got up together, you go in together, or you stay out together. Ohio goes in, he leaves Welland well on his own. And that's an easy finish, you know, for Craig Hall and for Hull KR.
Couple of big moments in the game then. Sending off of Francis Melly. The advantage grabbed by Craig Hall. And a chance here for Michael Dobson to make this a 12-point margin. 16-6 as it stands. Michael Dobson, whose scoring rate for Hull Kingston Rovers is quite phenomenal. Averages nearly 9 points per game in the 137 games he's played now for this club. He's hitting the post with that one though. But 16 points to 6. It might come back to haunt them. But with a man advantage and a 10 points difference, Hull Kingston Rovers are sailing at the moment.
Yeah, John Wilkin was attracted one inside Lance Ohio, which that nervousness on the left-hand side about their decision-making. But let's take our hats off to Hull KR. They're attacking pretty well as well. They're asking lots of questions on the fringes.
Well, they do all the time, don't they? 55 tries they've scored in Super League. I think it's only Wigan, Huddersfield and Warrington who actually scored more tries than them, but it's the fact they keep conceding. That's their problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I think also centre is a very specialised defensive position, you know, in either blitz or drift, and it's very difficult if you've got, you know, players playing out of position there, or Hayers in the centre now. Josh Jones plays second row as well, which is a difficult defensive position. Maybe, you know, young Percival, he'll have to use the bench wisely now, Brian, won't he?
They're going to have to share the workload out, but they'll still feel confident, St Helens. Yes, absolutely, they're going to have to work really hard with 12 people, but when the bigger blocks of Hull KR are attracting so many defenders, there are opportunities on the fringes. Look at this right side now for Hull Kingston.
It's a lovely kick.
Kick through for Hodgson. David Hodgson to chase. The bounce is awkward. It's kicked on again by Lees Lovegrove. And eventually steered away by Mark Percival.
On that note, I've just looked on a lovely little kick with Parts and a good chase. Good defence by St Helens. But now they've brought Percival on, haven't they? And they've put Jordan Turner on the left-hand wing. I think it's Percival that gets back there in the centre. But they put Jordan Turner on the left-hand wing now.
Come on, let's go.
We'll take all the time in the world here. John Wilkin, the wise old head.
Back on.
Wilkinson is the man who boots it downfield.
This is a huge defensive set for Saints. If they can get away to half-time with this.
They have done. Knock on here. A knock on by James Green. What a lift that will give for St Helens. Yeah. That's 5 tackles they don't have to make.
Slow it down now, that's all they've got to do. You know, walk to the scrum, take your time. Good set of 6. That's a steal. That has been missed by the officials. Definite steal.
Get you ready. Lance, heads in. Come on, wait. Lance, heads in.
Paul Wellens to feed this in. That's a highest man who bobs out at the back of the scrum and turns it on for Jordan Turner. Turner's well wrapped up by those 3 Rovers defenders. 22-14 when these two last met just a couple of weeks ago in the Super League. Hulkingston Rovers winning that day. And at the moment, well on course for a repeat here. Unless St Helens, the side that have been the master of miracles over the years, can actually pull something out of the fire again here. 10 points the difference, but a one-man disadvantage. It's a good push by Pulatur. There's a high. This is the 6. So Wilkin on that left foot again. Spinning. Hodgson underneath it, settles himself and catches it safely enough. And has a look at what's chasing him and sees that it's not really a way forward.
Well, that's the difference between a good kick and a poor kick, because there's a great chase from James Green that had forced, you know, the kick from St Helens and John Wilkin, which is an easy take.
Slipgrove who's tackled. It's Carlisle at dummy half. Trying to bring on the big men again here.
Back with me, Josh. Go, 3. 40.
Travis Burns with a kicking. He was behind the 40. It's just short of the 20. So it will be St Helens head and feet here. Oh, in fact, no. The referee's decided. Well, the touch judge taking up position beyond the 20-metre mark. I thought it bounced that short, but the touch judge much better view than we have. And it is head and feet here for Hockeyar with a minute left to play. It was a 40-20. Clint Sherrod, the touch judge on that far side. Have a look at this.
Easily inside the 40. Well, it bounces. Hang on.
Here's the bounce.
It bounces outside the 20.
I don't think we get an angle of the line there. I think the touch judge did make a good decision, didn't he? So head and feet for Hulkingston Rovers. And a very big set of 6 here, certainly for St Helens, who are looking to hang on by their fingernails in this Challenge Cup tie. Certainly cannot afford to concede again. It's a very big hill that might just become a mountain. Josh Hodgson.
On the line. Wait.
Here's Keil Carlisle. Dobson standing right behind him, keeping them guessing which way he's going. He's going to go to the right, and the short flat pass as well. St Helens defenders doing very well.
Great tackle, Wellens. Great tackle.
Carlisle again, spinning it off now. Burns with the ball back on the inside, Craig Eden. And Billy Slater, the man he's been compared to with that inside pass.
Great tackles, Wellens again. 2 magnificent tackles.
Here's Dobson. Dobson trying to get it behind. Percival gets a touch. Knocked back by Soliola. Makerson dives onto it, just about keeps a hold.
Great D. I was holding my breath for them. Great D. Close it down now. In reorganise half-time.
Ball come free. It's a penalty for St Helens, which I'm sure they won't take too much time over, because the hooter has sounded for half-time. So all they'll want to do is put this ball out of play. John Wilkins going to have a look around here. He's going to have a look for touch. So they are going to go for a final play here. He could have had the option of just tapping it and then kicking it out of touch and making the game dead. But having kicked for touch here, they are going to go for a final play. Wilkins spins it away. Wellens now out to that left-hand side. Maybe there is something on here. Makerson onto Turner. Turner puts boot to it. It is going to go out of play. That will be the end of the opening 40 minutes. For the most part, St Helens have been under the cosh, threatening to get themselves back in the game with the Aidy Gardner try. But Hall's double has put Hulkingston Rovers in control. And add that to the sending off of Francis Melly. Hulkingston Rovers looking good at half-time, leading St Helens by 16 points to 6.